For 30 years, they've been grabbing their six guns and heading to end of trail, the shooting match that is double billed as the World Championship of Cowboy Action Shooting and a Wild West Jubilee. Competitors dressed to play the role of their cowboy alias. The Single Action Shooting Society created cowboy action shooting and considers end of trail the granddaddy of them all. But it gets even bigger when it's the 30th anniversary celebration. For 30 years, this posse has gathered in the West to shed the trappings of modern life in exchange for six guns and a 10-gallon hat. They come to compete with like-minded people, to relive a less complicated time from our past, or the Hollywood version of it. A time when men were brave and true.
You got people whose whole homes you go into, and it's a memorial to John Wayne. It becomes truly a way of life.
These cowboys and cowgirls come here from around the world to compete and have fun at End of Trail, the World Championships of the Single Action Shooting Society.
From Queensland in Australia.
It's a pretty long way.
Yeah, it's a short distance. Not.
If you're from outside New Mexico, that qualifies you as an international competitor, especially if you're from Texas.
Si parte e si finisce su quelli fissi.
But never mind your native tongue. At End of Trail, every competitor speaks the language of America's West.
Shooters start with both ends flat on the end of the wagon. Wagon. Founders Ranch is home to SASS in New Mexico's high desert. It's a place that happily celebrates our cowboy lore and legend, and a great spot to change yourself into someone else for a week. Maybe someone like Roy or Dale.
I've got kind of a Dale Evans influence today. I've got a little short skirt, a fancy embroidered shirt, a little bit of bling here, a little bit of bling there. It's all supposed to tie into what Hollywood thinks that the Wild West used to be.
I don't know your alias.
Pack and parson.
Pack and parson.
And when they arrive at End of Trail, shooters surrender their everyday names for an Old West alias. Just one more part of living out this cowboy fantasy.
I'm Westwater Kid.
Nope. What's your name, son?
Gilly the Kid.
My SASS alias is La Bandito, but everybody calls me Bandito.
Many of the families, they use their aliases at home.
Amazing but true. Most folks here wouldn't know if you have a real name or not. And that's the way Tex likes it.
You do have a street name?
I do. I don't use it very often, but yes, I do.
And you're not even going to tell me, are you?
Not unless I'm just absolutely forced to.
Tex, ready to kill them all?
All right, boys! We're gonna kill them all!
Stand by!
Tex is one of the founders of the Single Action Shooting Society, and it's easy to see he plays as hard as anyone at End of Trail. It's been that way for 30 years.
Well, this is terribly serious stuff, you understand. And, I mean, the weight of the world is on our shoulders.
Did I pump you up? You beat me.
Tex has fun, but make no mistake, he's one part shooter, one part cheerleader, with both parts on the SASS Board of Directors. Tex sees his job as making sure every shooter at End of Trail has a fantastic time.
If we can't have our shooters coming off the line grinning, then we're doing something wrong. And most of them are coming away grinning.
I love it. It's the funnest sport I've ever done.
Having fun, smiling. That's what it's all about.
Was fun. I got 2 misses. That is fun, that's it. That's the reason why I'm here.
One key to the success of cowboy shooting involves a simple formula. Big targets close to the shooters. The idea is for 90% of the competitors to hit 90% of the targets 90% of the time. Truth is, it's not impossible to shoot the main match clean. Just take it slow and easy. And that makes it fun for everyone.
But for the top guns, speed is the name of the game.
That was a good run. Everything went smooth. No problems, no misses. Real nice.
Past world champions like Badlands Bud or women's champ Holy Terror battle over hundredths of a second, always looking over their shoulders for a young gun like Lightning Cat.
That's how I go. I go in and battle.
There is a place at End of Trail for both kinds of shooters, and even a place if you don't want to shoot, but still like to dress the part, maybe in jewelry from recycled brass.
410 shotgun shell. 300 Winchester. Let's see, we have a little 357 action going on. And of course the Swarovskis. But yes, bullets in your baubles.
Bullets in your bauble. Just what will they think of next?
Hi there. Everyone loves those grips.
It's all a part of the celebration of our cowboy heritage and 30 years at End of Trail.
You know, it's just a wonderful bunch of folks.
SAS calls End of Trail a 4-gun match. 2 6-guns, a rifle, and a scattergun required on every stage. And if you wonder why a pump shotgun is in a cowboy match, well, stick around. The answer when we return to Founders Ranch.
This is Shooting USA, reporting the stories from America's shooting scene.
We mentioned that cowboy action shooting is a 4-gun match, 2 6-guns, rifle and shotgun. But there's an exception to that for the Wild Bunch match, when, thanks to Hollywood, John Browning's guns take over, the 1911 and the Model 97 pump gun. It is the biggest side match at End of Trail, the Wild Bunch match. And another day of 30-mile-per-hour gusts in New Mexico's high desert. It is an ill wind that blows for the Blackfish Kid.
All this wind's getting to me. Yeah, it's rough, man. Everything's filling up with dirt and sand. Everything's rough. I can't hardly work it. Shotgun last night, it got so bad I had to wash it in the bathtub.
Not exactly the Old West way. The Wild Bunch is an 8-stage match shot with lever-action rifle, Model 97 pump shotgun, and the legendary 1911. No 6-guns in this match. So what is a semi-auto pistol doing in cowboy action competition? Well, we can thank Hollywood for that and the classic Western film, The Wild Bunch. The Wild Bunch has long been an inspiration to the Single-Action Shooting Society, especially this scene where the gang of aging outlaws dressed as soldiers robs the railroad office.
If they move, kill them.
The movie is set in the early 20th century. And when the shooting starts, both the Winchester Model 97 shotgun and the 1911 have starring roles. In fact, this gunfight is why the 97 pump is allowed in cowboy action shooting, and why it is the scattergun of choice for most SAS members. It is also why the 1911 is required in the Wild Bunch match. The movie has even given its name to this esteemed posse, the SAS Board of Directors, the Wild Bunch.
After I think it was the second End of Trail, second or third, I don't remember that far back quite, I set up a stage that I called the Wild Bunch. After it was all over, everybody said, well, you guys haven't shot it. So we shot it and we won. And after that, they started calling us the Wild Bunch. I don't remember who even coined the phrase, but it stuck.
And now, 30 years later, it just wouldn't be End of Trail without the Wild Bunch match.
Wild Bunch thing is one of the best parts of cowboy action shooting there is. I mean, I like the main match, but this is a lot of fun. Let's use a little bit different guns. I really enjoy it.
And one reason he enjoys it is he gets to dress up in something different than a 10-gallon hat and chaps. It's all part of playing the game.
One of the things that we do a lot of times is have an opening line. And, you know, it's a fantasy game, and so let's play a fantasy game.
You're a self-made man.
You're a self-made man.
You're a self-made man.
And Tex says for the Wild Bunch match, they take that fantasy line, or close to it, right out of the movie.
If they move, kill them.
Kill them all!
Even without the film's Browning machine gun, the historic firearms are a big draw in the Wild Bunch competition.
I think that's a good basis to, have a shooting sport off of. It's the 97 and the 1911. The only thing we don't have is a Browning machine gun, I guess. That'd be kind of fun, but...
But for Texas Tiger, it is another gun providing the attraction. She comes to this match to shoot her 1911.
I do. When I shoot it well, it's a beautiful gun to shoot. The gun and I have a relationship, just like any couple. You have to have your front sight. Yesterday I didn't quite have it, but today, I'm one with the front sight. I can follow the front sight. It sees me, I see it, and it's on the target.
The 1911 is the star of this show. Many of the stages require 20 pistol shots and 3 mag changes with a limit of just 5 rounds per magazine. Yes, 20 shots fired with one hand. But we're guessing even John Browning never imagined a 1911 like this one. Or this.
You just gotta girl this sport up. Cowboy shooting is fun, but it's just too boy. You gotta put a girl twist on it, More pink the better,
For all the bling, Silverheart really does take the match seriously and the legendary firearms in it. As her shooting card says, the Wild Bunch rocks.
Getting to shoot a 1911, it's 45 caliber, and that shotgun that's all stoked up and ready to go, and you just crank on it, there's nothing better.
No disagreement here. It doesn't get much better than throwing big bore lead with a 1911. But there's still more from End of Trail, part history lesson and part competition. If a cowboy owns a gun, there is likely a side match to go with it. That's next.
ShootingUSA.com, your resource for firearms news and information.
Side Match Day at End of Trail is billed as all you can shoot. Lay down your money and go back to compete as many times as you like. And with a dozen side matches going on, there's plenty of shooting to choose from. Speed rifle, Texas surrender, pocket pistol, and Need for Speed. No, those aren't aliases of these Old West gunfighters. They're just some of the names of favorite side matches at End of Trail.
This is the world's fastest cowboy event. It's an all knockdown stage, 24 targets, 10 with rifle, 10 with pistol, 4 with the shotgun, mow them all down.
Mow them down, simple enough. The hard part is to do it with world-class speed. Jake Cutter starts fast, clean with the shotgun, and he mows 10 rifle targets down in short order. He's blazing, but his dream of winning goes up in smoke when he runs out of bullets before he runs out of targets.
Well, a little trouble doesn't get you anything. Awful fast and no trouble gets you something.
And speaking of fast, meet Last Chance Morales. This 17-year-old is one of the top young guns in all of cowboy action shooting. And Last Chance shows it with his lever rifle. But trouble with his shotgun ends his race to win world's fastest cowboy. But Last Chance has the hardware from past side matches to salve his wounds today.
I think it's great. Looks cool. Black and gold, pretty cool colors.
Yeah, the girls like it too.
Chicks dig it.
And competing for the title World's Fastest Cowgirl, Last Chance Mom shoots right with him. Legs Baloo loves the side match speed, but she's out for a good time, too.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun when you go really fast and you're pushing yourself really hard and you get them all. That's what's really fun.
Stand by!
The rimfire match is another big favorite. Shooters go for a combined fast time with .22 pistol and rifle.
So in order to win it, you actually have to shoot it clean in the shortest time.
Those first two shots are tough.
Ragged Earl wants to win so badly, his shooting hand is shaking.
It'll get you. Just burn ammo. No stress.
But very young gun, Gilly the Kid is feeling no pressure at all.
It was fun. Just playing around.
Marshall, he welched on a bet and called me a liar.
And here's a side match straight out of history. The legendary pocket pistol.
Oh, the rules are pretty simple. On the pocket pistol, you're starting with both hands flat on the table, and you just pick it up and just alternate between the two targets as fast as possible.
It takes longer to explain the stage than to shoot it, but the Cowboys really like it.
It's just a chance to shoot different cowboy guns that we don't shoot in the main matches.
And for Texataw Draw, that different gun is his 100-year-old Ivor Johnson.
It's actually made by Ivor Johnson's Cycle Works. So I guess back in the day they made bicycles and pocket pistols. I don't know.
Plus, here's an original Smith & Wesson in .38 caliber.
I use a Smith & Wesson grip safety. It's about a 90-year-old gun. Shoots .38 Smith & Wessons.
And get a look at this reproduction of a Colt cap and ball revolver.
A miniature of any of the 1858, 1860, 1863 Colts.
There's a stage in this match for Derringers, too. 2 shots across the card table, more with a shotgun.
Some guy showed up with a Derringer, no shotgun, and we showed up with a shotgun and no Derringer, so we connected up. But it's fun, and that's what it's all about.
Well, that and shooting those interesting firearms.
It's a reproduction of a Colt. Barrels are interchangeable. I got 22, 38, and 45, 410, and it all works great. It's just a sweet little gun for what we do.
A sweet gun to compete with and to relive the day.
It's really a lot of fun. It's different. It's a touch of the Old West.
From the single-action army to the double-barrel shotgun to the Winchester 73. There's a side match for just about every cowboy and every cowboy gun. No question, there's plenty of opportunity to compete at end of trail, no matter your skill level. But at the very top of the game, the 2 world champions, Lead Dispenser and Holy Terror, both are repeat champions in cowboy action shooting.